Well,
It's all part of the game, isn't it?
no, technology. Sometimes it drives me up the wall.
Is the young lad good at it? No.
Oh, he's a genius.
Quiz kid at it, I'd
Oh,
say.
if I need anything at all now, he'll help me out. You know, like he's going to help me on this now.
Brilliant.
So
Because he knows the...
oh, he has the technical know-how. So he said,
wasn't he in Dundalk for a while?
yeah, he studied film in Dundalk. Qualified there, got his degree there. He's working on the elections now.
You were telling me that the last time.
Yeah. So he was in Dublin the last couple of days. And then he's back up now on Saturday. So he'll be the weekend
when is
for
the
the
election?
count.
Friday, is it?
Friday is the vote.
Yeah.
And then he'll be there for the count, sorting all that.
They say the Connolly one will win, handy enough.
Well, that's what they said, and do you know what, between you, me and the wall, I don't give a shit who wins.
But I don't either.
It means fuck all.
I remember one time I'd seen her once, and just happened to see her a couple of years ago.
Connolly?
I listened to her, yeah, and I thought she was very fair in herself, you know. She just indulged all.
She's a fine woman.
Mm.
Like
she seemed very genuine.
Yeah, she does. Down to earth.
Down to earth.
Not like the other one.
Not
the other one is a politician and a half. Yeah, they give you the yips. Anyway, we can start our old chat. It's just a chat now, nothing major. I think we're alright for sounds, yeah. Okay, so, right, I'm going to do this like I would have done an interview for Ross FM.
Yeah.
Right, so, I'm here in Thomas Byrne's home on his farm in Scrine. Is that correct pronunciation?
That's correct, yeah.
And
not England.
Thomas is a man of the land. He's a farmer, spirit of the land, as you could say, because of how he feels he's a custodian of the land and is here to pass it on for further generations, to not to abuse but to use and to work with. Isn't that right, Thomas?
That's correct, yeah.
So Thomas as well has his finger on other pies. I would consider him an artist, a philosopher, and he's also a collector of stones, a curator of stones. Thomas, for the last 40 years, has been collecting these amazing shaped stones and has them on display at his home. You're welcome to the show, Thomas.
Thank you, Noel.
Thomas, could we start if you just tell us where you were born and grew up and all that? And
I grew up in Knockmean in 1953, and I've been here ever since. Went to school.
Yeah, your father would have been a farmer.
My father was a farmer, and he was killed in a car accident.
Oh, sorry,
in
I didn't know that.
1974. So that I had to come back to it then.
Was he a young man?
He was about 60-ish.
God, that was awful. That must have been terrible for you.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was hard at the time.
It was tough, I'd say.
Yeah. So I had to come back. I had to run the farm.
So you took over the farm from that then?
Yeah.
So I suppose he would have taught you the ins and outs of farming.
Yeah, he was a great farmer. Like all had to be done the hard way.
Yeah.
I said there was no machinery or anything, but...
Yeah, sure, it was very labour intensive then.
Very labour intensive, but
yeah,
they knew how to do it.
Yeah, and it would have been mainly sheep.
Sheep and a few cattle, that was it.
So we were over at the old homestead and you were saying that he built it himself.
That's his father that built it, my father's father.
Your father, what was his name?
Malachi was his name.
Malachi. So yeah, so he would have used stone from the land, would he?
Well, there was a quarry down the road that helped build Roscommon Church.
Mm.
So I'd say they got the cast-offs from there to build it.
Really?
The seconds was a lot of, because they had to be top class for the church. They wouldn't be used.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So was that the only thing he built was the house?
But he built a house for his brother as well up the road.
Mm.
So
And was your father into that as well?
not really.
No, he was mainly the farming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
sure. I'd say you're from a biggish family.
there was 10 of us in the
Yeah.
house.
So that was a lot to be getting on with.
It was, yeah. And we were all busy on the farm as well.
Yeah.
You had to sow turnips, you had to sow potatoes, you had to sow oats. We were self-sufficient, we say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Get your cows in and milk them,
And
your calves.
would you sell the produce?
You'd sell the cattle in as 2.5s.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be selling the vegetables or anything.
No, we weren't into, our land
No,
wasn't
you'd
that
be-
great for vegetables.
It'd be
really.
just for your own use.
Yeah, for our own. We had,
Jesus, with 10 mouths. You'd need it.
we had to have potatoes and cabbage and that, and we had all that.
That's incredible.
You'd kill a pig as well.
So you have pigs as well.
That was in the 50s, 60s, 70s. We'd say there was a big crowd of us in it. So
Yeah. So what do you want? Would you have went to school?
I went to school till I was about 14.
Yeah. Where is that local?
I went to Scordon. It's closed down since.
Right.
And
Not
went
getting
to,
the pupils.
I went to the tech for about a year and a half.
Mm. And did you not like it?
Hated it.
Hated the
I
tech.
loved to be free and easy on the land.
And from you're a quarter man of the land, you
Yeah.
wanted to be out in the air.
Out in the fresh air.
Yeah, that's something
see-
I always noticed about you. You prefer to be out on the land.
Yeah,
and
I never liked being stuck inside.
Yeah.
But then there's people for everything, isn't there?
Well, people should cop themselves on and realise how precious the land is and
That's true.
how it needs to be looked after
Yeah.
instead of abusing it.
Well, land needs to be, it can be overdone.
Yeah.
Say if you take a huge crop off it 1 year, it won't give it the next year.
Right.
So it's
But as I said, some people can't see the wood for the trees.
that's true.
They have their head too far up their arse. So that they can't see what's good around them. Too busy. Yeah, too
So
busy
we do
trying to make
thrashing and all that then.
Yeah, you would have done the thrashing.
Yeah, we do thrashing.
Oh yeah, and you mentioned about the house being thatched.
Yeah, the old house was thatched above. So we took that off around the early 70s because it was leaking.
Mm.
And we say you couldn't get straw much. It was crops that were dying out thin.
But would you have repaired that yourself?
Yeah, my father used to.
Your father?
Yeah.
He was a thatcher as well?
Yeah, yeah. Well, you'd have to have hazel rods to do it, hazel rods and straw.
Right.
So,
And you would have got that local?
but the hazel was up in Corrigmore,
Mm.
where the turbines are now. So there's any amount of hazels up there.
So what do you think of the turbines?
You get at the beginning they were noisy,
Mm.
but they have slowed down a bit. You know, they're not as noticeable as they
And
were.
was there any objections when they went?
There was, but it was big. They were the first in the county, so it was very important for them to get them in. To open the way for more, you know.
And who was it put them up?
It was a crowd from Dublin, I think. There were different companies. You wouldn't know who was.
Yeah, I know.
You'd know who was who or what was what.
No. Money, big money there.
That's right, big money.
So whose land are there?
They're on Paddy Byrne, the Lord of Mercy, his relation of my own.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Yeah, he would have got rent then, wouldn't
He would have, yeah.
he? Yeah.
When we were kids, you'd go up to Carrickmore and you'd get hazelnuts in this back end of the year. You come from school and you go up and you'd be the whole evening picking hazelnuts.
Yeah. And what would you do to us?
You'd eat them.
As they are?
Yeah, you crack them, they were hard.
Yeah.
But you crack them with your teeth and all that. I suppose.
And you were saying they had taken away, they took away some of it because of the turbines.
A lot of it was cleared for the turbines.
Shame. So anyway,
But I suppose that's progress, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't think so. You know, I've been looking into it, and they don't cover themselves. You know that way.
Yeah.
It's all on paper.
Yeah.
The way I see it, from what I read anyway. Yeah. But yeah, we'll leave that aside. But you know, what's the point? They're there, and they only have a life of 25 years.
That's right, yeah.
How long are they up to?
I suppose they're there about 50 now, I'd say.
Yeah. And then they can't dispose of them.
That's correct, yeah.
They have to bury them.
Yeah.
Anyway. You know, well.
But I'd say they won't get rid of them. When they're there, they won't go.
The battery's fucking going. Right, in your own time.
Those are stone calligraphies of 6,000 years old, predating Sumerian cuneiform, built on the tablet of geological time, pages stacked above the ocean, stripes on the caged cliffs beneath the cover of bogland. The book reopened, retelling lies of Neolithic script, a stone net thrown onto the land. And now I think of Tom's new words, the limestone boundaries of his fields, how he has written his lines in the history of how glorious this stand.
Very
Is that
good.
okay?
That's excellent. Thanks very much, Thomas. That's excellent. It was a great poem. Yeah, I like Michael's writings.
Yeah, Michael is.
Michael and
he's
and his brother writes as well too.
John, is it?
Yeah, is it John? Yeah. Yeah, I remember interviewing Michael.
Michael is in bad health, you know, as well.
Is he?
He is, yeah.
Ah, shit.
Yeah. He's like myself, he's crocked.
Yeah, but Jesus, we're all fucking crocked. It's age, the way we go. But yeah, and he's over in, where's it, Galway?
He's in Donegal now.
Donegal?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and do you talk to him much?
Yeah, he does call now and then. Not too often, because he loves Roscommon.
Of course he loves family, yeah.
Do you remember Brendan Connolly in town? The butcher.
No, I wouldn't have known him now.
Brendan was his uncle.
Hmm.
He had a butcher shop there where Tommy Hines'
Oh yeah.
Tommy Hines' shop.
Tommy Hines is dead, isn't
He is, yeah.
he? Yeah.
No, I wouldn't have known him. I wouldn't have known. Yeah, Michael.
I haven't seen him in a long time. Yeah, say hello. If he calls again, tell him I said hello.
Yeah, I do that.
I did a couple of programs with him when he published books. And yeah. So, just if you're comfortable enough talking about it, you recently got diagnosed with Parkinson's.
I did, yeah. To be around 5 years ago. During COVID, and I got all my injections and everything. And it was shortly after I started to get these shakes, not saying it had anything to do with it, you know, but well, I started getting minor shakes and it went from there. And it's happened now this 5 or 6 years. I'm able to manage, but I'm not able to do that much work like I used to, physical work. And you'd miss it to a degree.
You mentioned that you think the vaccines might have has exacerbated it, brought it on.
What I think really they were powerful injections, and it probably was in me, the Parkinson's, because my mother died from it. And it might have just triggered it forward, you know. I'm only surmising that, you know.
Yeah, so I know it's very hard.
Well, it's hard when you're fit and well able to walk and run and nearly run. The next thing to be struck down. So it just tells you how life is, you know, that anything can happen. You only live from week to week, day to day.
Yeah, as they say, you don't know the hour of the day.
No.
Yeah.
And you have to make the best of it while you're on this planet, haven't you?
True. One day at a time, as they say.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So what do you do then?
Well, I'm into organic farming now. And that's a good scheme where you have to keep your stone walls, you have to keep your land right. You have to cut back on heavy feeding of meal and all that type of thing. So it balances out really. You could have a big amount of cattle, but you'd be stressing yourself and stressing the cattle feeding them. So I got moved out of cattle because you'd need to be well able to run after them and things. So there was no point. So I have at the moment a sheep.
So how many sheep would you have?
About 60 sheep.
And do you have help?
Well, I do, yeah. I got a neighbour up the road that gives me a hand. Only there's less and less young fellas around now as well to do farming.
You know, I suppose they're heading to the cities.
They're heading to Australia and different places, which is a good thing to a degree.
Yeah, okay. Did you ever think of emigrating?
Well, I sort of had it when my father died. I was thinking of going to England. But then again, it could come in and into my head and out as fast. But I always liked this country, okay, you know what I mean. I was happy enough in it.
Well, I've travelled a good bit, you know, through
Yeah.
10 festivals and stuff, forming that. And I think it's one of the greatest countries in the world.
It is, yeah. Like when you think of Ireland, there's no one that badly off. You say people aren't dying in the streets like what you'd see in America, certain parts of the States where they don't have enough to eat early. And it's supposed to be a great country. And we haven't that. At least Ireland is okay in that aspect.
True, very true.
And it's a nice way of living.
And
It's
that's
a nice
why that's why you have so many people.
That's correct, yeah.
And that's not a bad thing either.
It is, yeah. It's a good thing.
Could I?
No problem, get it there.
Yeah, and I'm interested because I kind of know your philosophy on the land from talking to you over the years. Could you just tell us a bit about how you think about the land and
Well, I think we say about farmland. We say it's like, we say we don't understand it to a degree. We don't know whether it needs fertiliser or it doesn't. You know, it's like, take for instance, we say if you wanted to eat a dinner now, and you'd have a nice steak on the plate, wouldn't you like a little pinch of salt to give it taste? But you wouldn't put an egg cup full into the steak. Or if you drank a cup of coffee, you say you might like a spoon of sugar in it. You wouldn't put 5 spoons of sugar into it, or 10 spoons. And that's what they're doing with the land. They're putting more than it should be getting. But that's my theory, but it might be wrong. And at the end of the day, it's worms that irrigate the soil. You have to keep them happy. Or if you don't have them on the land, your land will die.
Richard, isn't that it? The land knows best. Nature knows best.
Nature knows best. It's like the person eating the dinner or drinking the cup of coffee. He knows if a spoon of sugar, or like a spoon of sugar is grand, but 10 spoons you wouldn't be able to drink it.
Mm.
And they're doing that to the land. They could overdo it, you know what I mean? But in general, we say the west of Ireland isn't too bad compared to down the south. We say the big dairy guys, like they're near rivers and everything. There'd be a lot of pollution, fish kills in the rivers down there, on and off.
So what do you think is the solution?
Well, to cut back is the big pollution. But then the dairy industry is worth so much they can't afford to let that happen.
Yes, I know, being from the south, it's big cattle country.
Well,
Because
it's big cow country.
It's the most fertile land in
That's
the
correct,
country,
in the world.
especially Tipperary and Cork,
Yeah.
Kerry. And I see it's factory farming now.
Factory farming is right.
So what do you think? What do you think of factory farming?
I don't like it because the land isn't able to keep producing. It says it's a balance. A little bit is grand, a little bit of fertiliser is grand, every now and then.
Anyway, yeah, you would have said a lot. There was a lot of emigrated to England.
That's correct, yeah. You had a lot of fellas down me out that had to immigrate.
Because the land wouldn't.
The land wasn't that great, and their wives and families, and they weren't able to keep them going. But they knew how to farm well.
They were hard workers.
They were great workers.
Yeah. So you don't have to answer this if you don't want. So, what do you think of the future? in general?
In general, it's hard to know really. I think Ireland is a great country, but I think they should have been going. We say if you look at Roscommon now, we say Roscommon is a lovely county. They have lovely parts of the county, and it was never anything done for tourism for those places. We say it was never sold. You see South Roscommon now. It's lovely area when you during the summer, like if you go up and drive around, lovely stone walls and lovely part of the world. And you have a lot of more places in Roscommon that they never sold for tourists. And I think they're getting it going now with the Midlands. They're putting more money into it, whereas before this they put nothing into it. And I think it'll be more touristy than anything else down the road.
So do you think that's good?
And I think walks will be important. Walkways are important. Develop them and bring them on. Like we haven't the beaches of Galway or Clare, but we'd have nicer walkways than any of the places.
So do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's goodish to a degree.
Okay, yeah. I don't know myself. Yeah, well, what's they call it? Ecotourism.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of people coming to Ireland because they're fed up of sunny Spain or sunny...
Or the beaches
Yeah.
and things. It might be the right time now for them in Roscommon.
Now, to be honest with you, being a Tipperary man, I love my mountains.
Yeah, I love hills as well.
And I used to walk the mountains practically nearly every day when I had free time, if I wasn't at school.
Yeah.
And I find Roscommon very flat.
But it is, yeah. It does
Yeah.
hilly enough around here now.
Well, this is a great spot.
Yeah.
So you were saying you could see, how many
You could
counties?
see 12 counties from up on top of the hill there.
My God.
It was,
You couldn't name them, could you?
well, you could see Longford, Offaly, Tipperary, Westmeath, Mayo, Galway, Sligo, Leitrim. It's about 10, isn't it?
Hmm. Isn't that incredible?
It is, yeah. But it's going to be an observatory in olden times. But
Really? Was there an actual building?
there was an old building there, but the Ordnance Survey has their place on it now,
Where is that?
up on top of the hill there.
Really?
Oh
my God.
I'll have dinner in 20 minutes, relax.
Grand. Yeah, that's incredible.
It is, yeah. Mount Kelly was the name of it.
So all that survey up there now,
Yeah, it's up there.
is that their base, national base, or?
No, well, they have them in the highest hills around.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
We get them down in Mayo and Westmeath and different places, the highest points.
That's good. So is the entire area called Skryne, or are you surrounded by different areas?
Yeah, well, you have Knocked up that road, you have Lisnalana. This is Knockmean. We say if you head up that road, you have Lisnalana. You have Lisnalana, you have Knockadangan, you have Carrickmore. You have Skryne in about that. So there are sort of Irish names as well.
Yeah, well, it would be from old Irish.
Olden times.
Yeah.
And I'd say there's a lot of history in the area going back. There's a lot of ring forts.
And do you have rink ports on the farm?
No,
Oh, I thought you, no, do you have, they're close by though,
they are just about next door,
the
next field.
the next farm?
Yeah, Joe Kelly has two or three lovely ones.
And have they,
They're kept and kept, like a lot of them are smashed up and but
plowed out?
these are well kept, you know.
Well, that's good news.
It is, yeah.
So, have they been surveyed and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Have they done surveys on them and
Oh,
stuff?
they have, yeah. O'Connor was here a couple of years ago, Kieran O'Connor.
Who is he?
Yeah, he's a professor in UCG.
Right.
He has to do with the Castle crowd, or the Castlereagh crowd. What are their names? The big house in Castlereagh.
Oh, O'Connor Dunn?
O'Connor Dunn's. He'd be a brother of theirs.
Wow.
He was up there a few years ago, I think. Going back 10 or 15 years ago.
And did he see your stones?
No, he would. To be before that, he wouldn't.
Oh. Is he still alive?
He is, yeah. He's still lecturing, I think, in UCG. Well, he was anyway.
Amazing. Amazing stuff. It's such a rich landscape around here.
There is, yeah. There's two down the road then, we said the stone for Roscommon Church. It all came from down here, the end of the road there. And there's two massive lime kilns in the place. Lovely arched lime kilns. They were like industrial ones at the time, but your lime was used in everything years ago.
Well, for buildings.
For painting and everything.
Yeah.
There was no paint at the time, sure there wasn't.
Yeah. I use lime wash myself still. But yeah, what was I going to say? So what would the name of the quarry be? Is there a name on it?
Knockmean Quarry, I'd say. The house was in Knockmean.
And the lime kilns.
The lime kilns would be just done into the quarry.
Knockmean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so, as
They
I
had
said,
a trip out to it. Do you remember Jerry Brown? Jerry Brown did do you remember a couple of years ago he did a festival. So he brought a congregation out to see the things down there, the lime kilns and the quarries. John Fegan was along with them.
oh, right. There you go, yeah. Yeah, it's a pity about the North Festival.
It is, yeah, it's a pity. But then again, I suppose agriculture was going downhill.
Well, Jerry was getting you think he was a bit tired of it.
Yeah.
It took
It's
up
a huge
took
take.
a lot of time.
It's a huge take on. Simple as that. And you don't get thanked for it.
No, that's the thing. And yeah, he was everywhere. And there was his name. Donald Nee took it on for a bit,
That's right, yeah.
and then it fell by the wayside. Yeah, it used to be a good festival.
It's used, yeah. Well, it was different,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
I enjoyed it, and we used to have the exhibition. I used to organise the exhibition for it, and it was always a good
That's right.
crack, you know. Yeah, well, I suppose things are under course as well too.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. We say when you had, it was hard to find different things every year, wasn't it? New
Yeah.
things. And you have to be doing that.
Well, it's a full-time job. Well, sure, I know I organise a few things myself, but it takes up a lot of your time.
Just, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, boom. And you were saying you built this house yourself?
Yeah, built it in 1975 or 6. Well, I didn't build it myself, I helped build it.
Yeah.
There's a builder from Ballygar that built it. Because that time stuff was cheap enough. It was easy managed, it's not as easy managed now. It's easy build, because you were getting well paid for your cattle and sheep in the 70s.
Really?
Mm.
Yeah, so has it changed much?
But they've come up again a big time, but there was a big number of years where you didn't get that much.
And you go into the market often?
I don't go in at all now. I used to go a lot.
Because it's very busy these days.
Oh, it is, yeah, but you have big, Roscommon was always a great county for livestock, cattle and sheep, stored stuff.
Yeah. And do you remember the fairs in town?
I do, yeah. I remember them well. We used to walk in cattle and sheep from here into town. And you'd have them on the main street of the town.
Muck everywhere.
Milk and cow dung everywhere and sheep dung.
Is that why they built the mart?
Yeah, it wasn't fair on the people that was living in the town, you know what I mean? Because there'd be an odd thick farmer that could fire dirt in as well, you know what I mean? Naturally enough, you'll find the odd wrong one.
Yeah, I heard stories about it, all right. Yeah.
And they used to, we say in dim times, we say Rahara. They used to have to walk sheep in from Rahara down to Roscommon town. You know where Beez's pub is?
Yeah.
People past the pub. They used to bring sheep down to, we said they dropped them here the night before. And they were delighted that we facilitated them, you know what I mean? And they'd walk them in from here. They thought it was a great idea to have them halfway to town, like.
Yeah, sure.